Hey guys, you watch E113. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Theme Park. Today we're going to finish off this spider ride. I've thought of a potentially more interesting aspect to the race, okay? The initial idea was having basically like a little running race where you have two players and they have to jump over the cobwebs, and then you'd carry on, and then there'd be another hurdle, like hurdles, Olympic hurdles, and you have to jump over them, okay? Now, trouble is if you get someone that's bad at it and someone that's good at it, it's going to be a pretty unfair race. I know that's like it in real life as well. If you've got someone who's an Olympic hurdler against a school pupil, the Olympic hurdler is probably going to win. But handicaps, okay? I was thinking about an idea that we could potentially add a handicap. You know when you're playing a racing game, for example, have you ever had it where you've been miles out in front and then the car that was miles behind suddenly overtakes you? For example, I know a lot of arcade games have that. If you're in last place, like let's say you're in first, you crash, you're in last place, the other cars are miles ahead. Very quickly you actually catch up and overtake them all, but once you're ahead, they then start overtaking you. Well, that's called a thing called catch up. There's actually an inbuilt code into the game called catch up, where it basically slows the other cars down enough for someone else to catch up. We can do a catch up system on this game, and what it's going to do is, let's just do it above ground for the moment, just so we can very easily show you how it works. What we would have is the hurdles, like this, just basic at the moment, okay? And then we'll have a torch. Might as well put this, there, like so, like that. Okay, so oh no! Oh, that has ruined the plan. That has just literally ruined my entire plan. Why don't they come down? I thought spider webs were affected by sticky pistons. I thought you could pull them up and down. Oh no. That's put the biggest hole in my plan ever. Okay. All right, let's go with that then. If I had a block here and then those above it, do they still break them? Yes. That's not, mind you, that means it has to be reset every time. I don't like games on this world that have to be manually reset. I like to have things that can be played more than once as much as possible. That's just ruined this episode. That's completely ruined the idea for this episode. I need to go away. I need to think of something else that we could do to make it a little bit more interesting. I shall be back. I've thought of it. I've thought of another way that we can do catch up, okay? So I've got a track here, like a little bit of a straight. Now, what I'm thinking is the person that's in front has to just jump over them. Whoever's in front has to jump over these. That was a terrible jump. Has to just go forward and try and jump over them like that, perfectly, okay? But if the person is behind, then we'll put down a couple of these like this, just to power them all. I don't know if it's going to be 3 blocks wide, but for now I'm just doing it 3 blocks wide. But the person behind has a pressure plate. That would work, just a pressure plate straight on top. Here, this level here. Okay. Yeah, that'll raise it up. But what we don't want it to go forward. We want it to go to the one behind. You'll see what I mean once we start building it. But basically, imagine there's 2 lanes. And I'm slightly behind. The guy runs. He has to run over the pistons, because you have to. Otherwise, you're not going to make the jump. Okay, he runs over. He jumps the spider webs. But because I'm behind, he's actually raised up these stairs. So if I'm timing it right, I get to just, or not, maybe not just run over, but I get a stair that makes it a lot easier for me to get over. It makes it incredibly easy, okay? And then bang, now I'm most likely going to be in the front, but I come to my next jump, and I have to run over pistons, which drop his ones down, which lets him catch up. Now, if he's too far behind, or if I'm too far behind, he runs over his pistons, but then I get hit just as they go down. It makes it no help at all. But if the two people are close together, it makes it a very, very, very tight race. Obviously, we would want these pressure plates hooked up to anyone's behind. It's going to be a little bit tricky to do, but it might be manageable. The next stage that we've got to do, though, is actually carve out the track. We are going to have to carve it out. We just can't place it on top because we've got a lot of redstone. A lot of it, but simple redstone at least, to put down underneath it. So if we started in line with the spider web there, maybe a track of 2 instead of a track of 3 would be better. So we have this here. I really like the acacia wood as well. Now another problem, or not, it's not really a problem, but some of you might see it as a problem, is that the outside track is actually going to be longer than the inside track. Now you guys might be thinking, well, that makes it completely unfair, AJ. Yeah, but think about it, okay? So the inside track is there. The outside track is here. Now I've been thinking this, okay? Now technically, yes, this corner is longer, but it's only longer by 1, 2, 3, 4 to 6 blocks, which is this long, okay, from here to there, maybe to there at maximum per corner. So that amount of time from here to there. Is that going to make a difference in the race? No, I don't think so. In Olympic running, possibly, yeah, but I mean, what was that, a quarter, maybe half a second, a third possibly of a second. When you're jumping over spider webs, it's not going to make any difference. And if people are concerned enough about it, then they can do 2 races. Player 1 is in the short lane, the second race player 2 goes in the short lane. So it's both fair to both teams. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference anyway. But few options there for the people that think it's a little bit too unfair. Okay, and it's only 2 corners as well. The rest of it's going to be straight. You don't really get that many corners in hurdles, do you? In Olympic, how far is hurdles? I thought hurdles was like 110 meters, isn't it? Like, you've got sprints that can be anything from 100 to 400, or what is it, 100 to 1600 meters. There's a 100, a 200, a 400, an 1800, a 1200, and a 1600. And then is there a 2400 meter? 2400? There might be. But I think hurdles only do 110 meters. I don't think that there's a marathon hurdle. It'd be quite funny to watch. Maybe they should do that. Watch people jump for laps and laps and laps. Yeah. Anyway, let me dig down for another couple of levels to be able to get the redstone in, and I should be back. Okay, you don't want to see me dig out another 2 or 3 layers. So yeah, I should be back. Okay, I think 2 levels will be deep enough. Okay. Now, how we're going to wire this up? I was thinking while cutting it out, it doesn't matter if the stairs behind you on your side go up as well. It's not going to make a difference. So we could actually drop both. It'll be easy, in fact, if we dropped both lanes down instead of just the opposing track. Because if we done the opposing track, we would need redstone to cross over without touching. And it's going to get really, really complicated, really, really fast. And we'd have to do it multiple times for each hurdle. Our first step is to work out exactly how far we want each hurdle to be. So if we grabbed some white clay, I think for the start, like this. Now, where would we want each hurdle to be? If we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On the 10th one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. I was like, wait a minute, where's the other track? But I took the middle out. That's what it is. Also, you've got to remember that there isn't going to be an extra hurdle for the outside lane. So the outside lane actually gets a better run-up, basically, to the next jump as well. So that's an advantage that he has. So if I think 10 blocks looks to be a pretty good range between each one. And then we had one hurdle there and one hurdle there. Yeah. And then we need pistons here. And I'm using the acacia because it's sort of like a running track colour. And it's a new wood that we haven't used much of. So that can be there. We then need repeaters and redstone itself to go here. And what we're going to do is you're going to put a repeater this way between every single piston. Now what this is going to do, this is going to be for two reasons. For one, it's not going to trigger the pistons wrong for any reason, for redstone glitches and stuff like that. It's going to make it impossible for that to happen. But it's also going to stop the signal from going upwards. Okay, we only want the signal to come backwards. If it goes upwards, then you could actually give an advantage to the opposing player from being behind, which is the last thing that you want. And now what we'll do is we'll put redstone down here. These repeaters also make sure that the signal is boosted to every single track behind, meaning that, this is even better. This is even better, meaning no matter how far you are behind, you might still be able to catch up because all of the stairs on your side drop down momentarily. Oh, it's amazing. This is becoming a really cool game. If this was done on a proper like Minecraft server, I think it could be really, really popular. I just got a feeling. Okay, like this one. Yeah, this could work really, really well. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to test it that easily because there's only one of me, and I left my cloning machine at home, meaning that I can't actually double check to make sure everything it all works properly. Maybe we'll have to get Lion back for an episode to try it out. I'm sure we could do that. He's been speaking to me, or we talk quite a lot, but he was saying the other day that he would like to appear in this series more often. I was like, yeah, definitely. We just need to find out some things to be able to do. Okay, so now what we do is let's just fill in this little section. I've got hiccups here for the moment. I really like this acacia wood. Really, really nice. For some reason, having that white line at the bottom makes it look pretty identical to a towel that I have. Do you know what I mean? Like a towel with the stripe at the bottom. Maybe no, you don't have any idea what I'm on about. Maybe you do, though. If you do, then let me know in the comment section. I know, hashtag, I have that style towel. Does that sound good? Hashtag, I have that style towel. I doubt any of you have that style towel with a little line along the bottom of it. But maybe one of you does. Maybe I'll get one comment. Okay, so then these go here and here. Oh, no. We don't need it on the first one. Obviously, that wouldn't make any sense. Ah, shoot. We don't want it. Hold on, we don't want it going forward, do we? No. We've got this wired wrong. At the moment, it's activating... Well, it should activate all the ones behind. Let's just double check that for a minute. Yeah. So it activates all the ones behind, but we don't want it activating the ones in front of us. Let's remove these again. Hold on a second. I got distracted by a towel, okay? I'm sorry. Okay, that should do. We don't need that bit there anyway. We need the repeaters to be on this side. That's what we need. And take these away. This will be stage 1 at least. So, take these away. Take those away. Put them on this side. Oh, redstone always takes a couple of tries just to try and get your head around it. It's something I am okay at redstone. I'm not the best at it. You know, there's a lot of people a lot better than me. But I can figure out a few things given a little bit of time. By the way, guys, you know the timer on the fire game that we done not so long back, and I confused you all with a really overcomplicated timer. We're gonna go back there maybe next episode or something like that, and fix that. I've figured out a much better, like a million times better way to do it. So now, if we had these and these, now if we had this along here, we filled this in, and we had these like this, it won't fire the ones ahead. Oh, I didn't hook those ones up. The only ones I didn't hook up. Yeah, there you go. Now, when we step on these, it fires the ones behind, but not the ones in front. And then here, it should fire those two, yeah, but not the ones in front. Oh, it's perfect. There's the redstone hooked up. So, let me continue this all the way around. Now you guys know how to do it. Let's do one more together, and then I'll cut away, just in case you're not sure. Count 10 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On here, we're going to do a line across. This is where your hurdles are going to be. Put a sticky piston, like so. And then stairs on top to make it easy for the next person to run over. Repeaters on the back and one there. Join these up. This goes back to the next one. This one goes forward to the one in front. And then just have a couple of lines out like that. Such simple redstone. It looks a little bit complicated, but it really, really isn't. And then on here is where your pressure plates go. Like that. Yeah, and it goes all the way back. Because it's only 10 blocks between each one. The redstone goes all the way. Okay, perfect. Let me do this all the way around, and I shall be back. Alright, just finishing off the track here. I'm going to put a white line down the middle to make sure that the tracks are actually split up. I think that'll be much better. So that goes there to there, and then we've got the little finisher. We might as well add a black one for a typical finish line. Like this, and like that. Oops. Do. Perfect. I think that's a great little finish line there. Fill these in. And then put a white one down the middle here. I thought I took all of those out. There might be a few that I forgot. Oh, shoot. Let's go backwards. That might be easier. And then we've got the track. And I think I might actually add a white line around the outside of both tracks as well. I think that just might just give a little bit of a finishing touch. Just speed this up. Hashtag splash me. And then, oops, all the way down here. I think this is a really cool little mini game. I think it's a crazy cool mini game. Imagine, you know, the mini games like on the Hypixel server. Sometimes I go and chill out on the Hypixel server and then play some of the arcade mini games that they've got on there. And they play like 6 of them to get, you know, 6 of them in a row. And then whoever gets the most points out of all of those wins the round. I like playing those. I think I'm gonna do black ones around the outside. I think about it could. I like doing that. Imagine having this in there and you had 6 people. That would be so close if you had 6 lanes that all dropped down. It would look crazy, crazy cool. The reason why I'm using black to go around this outside is because I don't want the white to hook up to the spider web, because we're only 1 block wider than the spider web, deliberately to keep it nice and compact. I think it'd look weird here if we had a white one joined up. So I think the black matches the color of the spider, so it looks really cool, and just differentiates the track from the rest of the aesthetics of the ride. There we go. Okay, you know what's going to be quicker? If I drink some milk. Now that'll make it much, much quicker for me to place blocks. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, so the last thing to do is to test it, is to give it a run and see how well we can do. Now the only trouble is that we're actually going to have it tough all the way around, because obviously we can't have any pistons come up for us. But maybe I can trick it or something like that into making it a little bit easier for me. We'll have a look. I can't wait to play this with someone, though. I don't know when we'll get Lion back. People have been asking me, you should get Lion back every week or so. We don't do enough new things in a week. Some rides can take 2 or 3 episodes to build. This one alone is a very simple one, but it's taken us 2 episodes to do. And we do this series every 3 days, which means approximately most weeks it's 2 episodes a week of this series. And if it's a long week, if you know what I mean, we might be able to get 3 episodes in. So we can't really do 1 episode a week. There wouldn't be enough. There'd be 1 ride at most. Well, maybe 2 at most that we'd be able to play. But maybe once every couple of months he could come back and chill out, and we do some rides and stuff like that. Some of the new stuff. Maybe even play some of the old ones to see if he can beat me on all the ones that I beat him on, and see if I can beat the ones that he beat me on. I don't think he beat me on much. In fact, I can't think off the top of my head something that he beat me on. I beat him at the one over there for sure. I can't remember. But anyway, that looks really cool. I really like that. I think off camera, I won't do it now. I'm too tired to do it now. But what I might do is add like some grey down here. Like fill all this in with grey. And in the middle of the spider web as well. Like glitch. And in the middle of the spider web here. Fill this in with grey as well. Just to make it not grass. I don't like seeing too much grass. So that would be a nice touch to it. That would really finish it off, I think, as well. So let's try and successfully do this. And jump. Yes. Yes. Ah. I got 2 in a row. That's not bad. Oh. I'm an expert. Dude, you guys should try this and see if you can do half as well as I'm doing. Ah. Just as I said how good I was. Ah, that's a terrible one. If you catch it this early, you're in real trouble because you're going to be there for a long, long time. But that's where the catch-up could really help. Oh, perfect. Oh, I need pressure plates on this last one. There we go. Perfect. I can't believe how well I done. See, that's why you need catch-up. If you played me on this, you would lose every time because I would be so amazing at it. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. Bye! I don't need them on the first one, by the way, guys. That wouldn't make any sense.